Hey everybody, welcome to Deliver with Gramps. This is shift number 6, and today's goal, I'm just going to go off for a few hours today. I want to try to get my acceptance rate up, just get some more orders under my belt. And then after a few hours of Doordashing this morning, over the weekend I got accepted into Grubhub, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to try that for a couple hours after this shift. So again, expectations today, make a few bucks, get my acceptance rate up. It's right now at 6%. Let's get it up. You know, it sounded better on paper and on a video, but I don't think I'm going to take every single order. But what I have to, if I take, for every 3 orders I accept, I can reject 1. That'd still be 75%. So I'm going to try to go with that strategy, not maybe take every order, especially if there's some really upside down ones, but take more. Let's say raise the acceptance rate up. So I'm ready to dash. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, so my scheduled dash is ready to go. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's dash on, everybody. All right, so I'm in my parking lot, my garage. Scheduled to dash. It's not super busy right now, but we're gonna dash anyway, and hopefully we'll get an order. And I'm gonna head to like one of my hotspot areas, and hopefully we'll collect an order in the meantime. If I get an order on the way and I can't, show you on the screen because I'm driving, I'll let you know what the order is, and then at the end of the delivery, I'll put it up on the screen how much I made and everything. So let's go dashing, everybody. All right, we got this first order, $8.25 for 3.3 miles to Food Line. Well, let's accept that. All right, I'm heading to Food Line. All right, well, that didn't take very long. That took like a minute to get my first order. $8 for 4 miles, Food Line, 9 items. So I'm heading there now. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to get to this Food Line. Once I get there, I'll get my items and going to bring them to the customer. So we're dashing on, everybody. See you at Food Line. All right, I arrived at the Food Line. I arrive at store. I got my red card on me. It's in my pocket. I always send that intro. All right, we're gonna get some raw shrimp, some teriyaki, some chocolate chip cookies. All right, I'm gonna go in Food Line, lock it up, and I'm gonna go shop, and I'll be back. All right, just finished shopping in Food Line. I picked up those 9 orders for the customer. All right, I'm gonna get the directions. 3 minutes to the house, 0.4 miles. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, I arrived at the customer's house. I hate when this DoorDash thing does this. How you doing? How you doing? Good. No, I got a couple. I got one. I got 2 more. Okay. I'll just bring them to you. Okay. That order paid, I think, $8.50. I got another order for Chick-fil-A, 4.25 miles for $4.25 rather, for 3.5 miles. I'll actually show you the screen here because I'm a little out of breath from carrying that grocery order up. So we got that order. So let's take that. All right, 3 minutes to get there. See you when I'm at Chick-fil-A. I'll see you when I'm at Chick-fil-A. All right, I arrived to the Chick-fil-A. It says by 8:30. It's 8:28. I'm here. I'm gonna arrive at the store. I'm gonna go pick up this order and I'll be back. And there's a drink. Get my bag. All right, got the Chick-fil-A order here and the drink. Alright. Oh, it's gonna the Enterprise that I rent at. Alright. Alright. I got about 10 minutes to get to the Enterprise rent-a-car place where they want their Chick-fil-A. So I'll see you when I get there. Alright, we just arrived at Enterprise. Get the drain, continue, leave at door, alright. Confirm. Alright, I'll be back. Alright. So that paid $4.25. So far we've been dashing about 45 minutes. And we made $12.50. Let's continue to dash. And my acceptance rate's gone up to 8% now. Woo-hoo-hoo! 6% to 8%. We're climbing, people. We're climbing. I'm going to wait here for a second. I'm in a good little hot spot where this Enterprise is. I'm going to wait here for a minute or two, see if I can get an order before I start driving. If not, then I'm going to head a little further, about a mile down the road, to where there's a lot of like burgers, bagels, and donut places. So I'm gonna wait here for a second, see if I can get anything. If not, then I'm gonna start driving in a few. All right, so I changed my mind. I don't like waiting, I just determined. So I'm gonna just drive slowly to my hot spot. Because if I stop, then that's the end for me. So I'm gonna continue to drive and hopefully we'll collect an order. Alright, I got this order that just popped up. It's $6.50 for 8.5 miles from one item at CVS. It says it'll take me 20 minutes to do it. You know what? I probably shouldn't, but just to show you guys I'm accepting everything, I'm going to take it. Alright, well, I'm taking it. So, we're heading there. It's a little upside down, but I think a lot of it's highway driving, so it shouldn't be that too bad, I'm hoping. But again, I'm just trying to stay busy here. So I know it's under $1 a mile, but it's one item at CVS, so that should be pretty easy. And really, it's like 8 miles, but it's going to take me 5 miles to get to the CVS, so not really too bad. All right, so it's going to take me about 10 minutes to get to this CVS, so I will see you guys when I pull up to the CVS. All right, I just got the CVS. Let's see what we're going to pick up here. One item arrived at the store. I got my shopping cart. We'll send the intro. All right, looks like one toothbrush. Easy peasy. All right, I'll see you in a few. All right, I got the CVS toothbrush. Directions to the customer's house. 4 miles, 7 minutes. All right, not bad, not bad. Oh, it's raining now. It's time to rain. All right. All right, almost at the customer's house. It is pouring out now. Woo! So hopefully you can still hear me with the sound of my windshield wipers. All right, should be there soon. So this is taking me a little, not too bad out of my zone. So after I drop this off, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause my dash for a minute, just so I don't get an order and then have to reject it that's not close to my house, that's not close to me, and I don't want it to take me like further out than where I'm going. So I think yeah, after this one I'm just going to pause my dash for a second. All right, so about 1 minute, half mile will be there. Yeah, it's raining pretty good, so we'll slow down a little bit. Leave at the door, that's good, I like that. Down a long, winding street. Almost there though, almost there. But yeah, after this one, I'm going to pause my dash so I can get back into my zone, just so it doesn't take me out further than I want to actually be. All right, the customer's house. Leave at the door, it says. Good, I like that. All right. I'll be back. Alright, just dropped that customer's order off. Alright, we've been dashing for an hour and 16 minutes. We're 3 for 3 and we've made $19. But like I said, I'm going to pause this dash now, get back into my area, just so it doesn't take me further out of my zone. Alright, gonna turn on my weights, just get me back slightly closer to home. I'm in a different town. I'm in Creedmoor, and I'm technically in a different zone now, and I just don't want it to take me further out. So just so the day stays good, I'm just gonna pause the dash. It's gonna take me about 20 minutes to get back to my area, which is good because I'm gonna pause for 35 minutes. So once I get closer to my zone, I will turn the dash back on and let you guys know if I get an order. All right, so it took about 8 minutes, but I'm closer to my hotspot than I was, so I'm gonna turn the dash back on and let's see if we get some orders. All right, we unpaused the dash. It says, you know, estimated time now, 1 to 4 minutes. I'm gonna head towards a hotspot, but I'm in my zone again, so I like that. If I get an order, I'll let you guys know. All right, so I got to a hotspot here that I seem to have, it's not an official hotspot, but I like it. There's a Metro Diner here. There's a Rise, Righteous Chicken and Biscuits. There's Chick-fil-A and McDonald's right down, like within a half a mile. So I'm gonna just hang out here for a little bit. It's gonna give me a little time to catch up and drink my smoothie and just see what's going on here. It's saying now 2 to 6 minutes estimated time for an order. So let's see how we're looking here. We've made $19 so far. We've been dashing about an hour and a half. We made $19. I've got my acceptance rate up to 9%, from 6% to 9%. So scoring some victories right now. So like to, you know, stay out for, do my DoorDash for a little while longer. I mean, I'd really like to get 5 orders if possible, and then I'm gonna take a little break, maybe for a half hour, 45 minutes, eat some lunch, and then I'm gonna switch over to Grubhub for the first time. So I'm excited about that. So just gonna wait here for a second. Hopefully an order pops up, and when it does, I'll let you know. All right, well, I'm waiting for some DoorDash orders. I'm gonna turn Grubhub on. I know I was gonna start it earlier today, but I'm gonna maybe see if an order or two comes in. So I got DoorDash going here. I got Grubhub going here. Now I'm only gonna do, you know, one at a time. I'm not gonna accept a Grubhub order and accept a DoorDash order at the same time. That's not something I ever want to do. So if I get a Grubhub order and it's a pretty good one, then I'll pause my DoorDash order. Or if I get a DoorDash order, then I will say I'm unavailable for Grubhub. All right, well, now we're multi-apping. Let's see if we can get any orders. All right, so I was about to leave this hotspot area, but then my phone just refreshed, and now it's kind of blowing up in this little area where I am here. So I'm gonna hang out here for a few more minutes, and hopefully either a Grubhub order or a DoorDash order pops up. But I've been going for about 2 hours now, and I've made $19. We started off strong, slowing down, but I'm hoping the DoorDash or Grubhub gods are gonna reward me with an offer soon and a decent one. All right, we got this Grubhub order. It's $6.46 for 3 miles, one order. $2.17 per mile. So we're gonna take that. First Grubhub order. Woohoo! All right, we also got a DoorDash order, $4.38, but unfortunately we're gonna have to reject this because I just took that Rise order. So that keeps us, we're gonna pause our dash here while we go work this Grubhub order. All right, I'm officially multi-apping, everybody. I like it. All right, next task. Now this is my first order, so that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Pick up at 9:54. I'm actually right outside Rise, so that's pretty good. Next pickup. All right. I like going into Rise too because when you go in there, they have like a little box, so you just put in the customer's name and everything, and it does it all for you. So that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go pick up the order at Rise, and I'll see you in a few. All right, arrived to Rise. That's a weird one to say. A lot of parking's pretty packed, so I'm gonna go in and get this order, and I'll be back. All right, got the customer's Grubhub order. Now I don't have a Grubhub bag yet, so I'm gonna put it in my DoorDash bag. Keep it warm. Forgot to bring it in there. Plus, I'm like, I don't know how a DoorDash bag would look doing a Grubhub order, but I don't think anybody would really care, to be honest with you. As long as it's warm, right? All right, well, this is my first Grubhub order. This is pretty exciting. All right, leaving. All right, drop off to the customer by 10:17. Let me show you what this looks like here. All right, navigate. All right, I'm gonna use Waze. I'm not gonna show you the customer's address, but we're gonna head there. It's gonna take me 8 minutes to get there. All right. I'll see you guys when I get there. All right, well, we're almost at the customer's house for this order here. My first Grubhub order. I know I'm gonna go out in a couple hours later and do some more orders. But for now, this will complete my first Grubhub order. All right. Customer's house here. Let's see here. More details. All right, leave order at door or in front of apartment. All right. All right. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I dropped off that order. I hit success, but then the thing went away. Earnings here. All right, we made $6.46. All right, not bad. Now I'm gonna turn on my DoorDash again. I'm gonna resume my DoorDash. and I'm gonna have us take us to the hotspot. That's just about 8 minutes away, but I'm still in my zone. So if I get a DoorDash order or a Grubhub order while I'm driving back to my zone, I will let you know, and if it's good, we'll take it. All right, driving back. All right, so I just got to a hotspot here. I completed my first Grubhub order, so now I'm officially 2 hours in. I've made $19 on DoorDash and about $6.46 on Grubhub. So combined two. And let me show you this Grubhub. This is kind of neat. Let me show you this here. So this is what my earning looks like here. So I did one order. So Grubhub paid me $2 for the delivery. I was tipped $4.46. There's no updated contribution, and I rejected one order earlier, and I took one order, so my acceptance rate's 50%. So I didn't take that $7 order for 7 miles, but I took the $6.82 for 3 miles. So in the long run, it did work out that I didn't take that $7 order. So I'm gonna wait here for a little bit. I got both Grubhub and DoorDash still on. Hopefully I'll get an order on both of them. But now I got so on DoorDash, I've done 3 orders, but I had to reject that one because I already accepted the Grubhub order, and the Grubhub order was a better payout anyway. So I'm 3 for 4 on DoorDash and 1 for 2 on Grubhub. So I've done 4 orders, and I've raised my acceptance rate to 9% on DoorDash from 6% that it started today, and 2 days ago was at 3%. So we're climbing, people. All right, well, let's come back here. This is what our little DoorDash zone looks like here. So I'm thinking it's 10:15. Thinking something will start popping up here. I'm right next to Jason's Deli, Metro Diner, McDonald's. So I feel like something will pop up. I know it does say estimated 4 to 14 minutes. I'm hoping that won't be real. And then we'll come over to Grubhub here, and we look at the Grubhub screen here, and we're taking orders, but we got nothing going on right now, so we're gonna wait for a little bit. I got this order from Metro Diner, $6.25 for 9.9 miles. I am not going to take this. I know it's going to hurt my acceptance rate. Oh, it knocked me down to 8%. Just can't do that, guys. That's just not what I like. I mean, that's just, yeah, no good. Alright, on DoorDash so far, I'm about almost 3 hours in. $19. I've taken 3 orders, rejected 2. Not what I wanted to do, but they weren't good orders. And one of the orders I had to reject because I already accepted a Grubhub order. So so I made about 25 bucks in about 3 hours. You know, it's not great right now, but I mean, I'm not getting discouraged. You know, sometimes we got to take the lumps before we can get better offers. I did it to myself. I let my acceptance rate get way down, which was a bad idea. So I got it all the way down to 3%. Now it was up to 6%, and then I was up to 9%. So it went back down to 8%, but we're still working up there. You know, it's going to take a little while for us to start making money and everything. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, nor was DoorDash and delivery drivers. So I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. It's 10:45. I'll probably stay out here till about noon, maybe 11:30. Take a little half hour off, and then maybe go for a couple Grubhub, and then see maybe if I can get a couple more Grubhub orders. I'll do the Grubhub video, welcome to Grubhub video. That'll be first. So that video is probably going to actually come out before this video will come out. So yeah. All right. Hopefully something will come soon. Either Grubhub or DoorDash. I'm still on Grubhub. I'll show you guys here. I'm still on Grubhub, still taking offers. And we're still taking offers on DoorDash. So hopefully something will pop soon. Alright, we got this order here, Metro Diner. $6 for 4.7 miles. We're going to take that. Alright, I'm already at Metro Diner. Love it. Alright, I'm at the Metro Diner. Pick up by 10:55. It's 10:53. I arrive at the store. One item, Bissell breakfast. I like the Bissell breakfast here. All right, I'm gonna go get the order. I'll be back. All right, got the Metro Diner for the customer. All right, leave a door. Okay. It is dark near my door, lights being out, and in a flashlight to CH. Okay, well it's daytime, so I should be all right. But good to know. I like when people give good directions like that. All right, 5 miles to get there, about 12 minutes. I'll see you when I get there. It's at the customer's house here. All right, just looking for the right house, apartment. Oh, there we go. Alright, arrived at the customer's address. Let's see here, apartment H, leave it door. Alright, continue. Alright, I'm gonna go drop this off, I'll be back. Alright, drop that customer's order off. I completed the dash out there because I had a hard time finding the apartment. But I got it. So, I'm officially 3 hours in now. I've made $25 exactly on DoorDash and $6.07. So 3 hours in, made 30 bucks, about $10 on average. But we're getting our acceptance rate up. We're taking some orders. We're getting our feet wet, and I took my first Grubhub order. So I say small victories. Things will get better. Where's my keys? All right, I'm gonna head back to my hut zone. I'm still kind of in my zone, so I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna head towards where I think it will be a little busy. Maybe take one or two more orders, and then take a little break and maybe do a little Grubhub after that. All right, I got this order from Grubhub, $20.23 for 5.19 miles. I'm gonna take that, yeah. All right, what happened? All right, next task, pick up, navigate. Ah, damn, I got another DoorDash order. So I'm gonna have to reject this because that's going the opposite way of where I'm going. Alright, let's decline that. That's a bad order anyway. And let's pause our dash here. Alright, let's go back over to Grubhub. Alright. What is going on here? More details. Pick up here. Navigate. Routes. Alright, it's going to take us about 17 minutes to get there, so let's see how long this will take us. But it's going to be $20, so it should be a good pay. Yeah, this might be like a 25-30 minute order or so, but it's going to pay $20. So for 8 items, and I have a big, in my trunk, I have a big thermal bag that I'm going to pull out when I get to this location. But yeah, this will be a good payout. So I've done 3 or 4 DoorDashes today for about $25, and after this delivery I'll have done 2 Grubhub deliveries for $26 or so. So after this delivery we're going to be over, I think, our $50 goal for the day. So we should just about be 4 hours in when we're done this. $50 for 4 hours. It's $12.50 an hour, but I'm staying busy. I did some Grubhub orders, I did some Doordash orders, I'm multi-apping, so I like it. Alright. I'll let you know when we get a little closer to the customer's house or when I get to the customer's house, so I'll turn you guys back on. Alright, I'm arriving at Mr. Kebab for this order. Alright, I'm at Mr. Kebab. I'm gonna go get this order for this customer. I'll be back. Alright, that's a big order here. Big bag, big order. Alright, everything's in there. I even got a menu for Mr. Kebabs because it smelled delicious in there and I love some kebabs. I might not get it today. Well, I won't get it today, but future. Alright. Good. Even. Alright. Alright, this is not going to be fun. This is an unnamed road, it says. Uh-oh. Okay, well, good luck to me. Hopefully we can get it done. Alright, I'll see you. Take me only about 3 minutes to get to the customer's house, so that's not bad. Alright. Try to find this unnamed road. Alright, I guess this is where I'm supposed to be at this office building here. Alright, let's look at the instructions here from Grubhub. 3,400. Alright, 3,400 Summer Building, leave order in building lobby. Ring doorbell and leave with security desk after they buzz you in. Okay, I'm gonna go get this order and I'll be back. I'm gonna shut this down. Alright, they were really nice to drop that off. Alright, let's see how. I'm not sure quite how to read this. Let's see here. Alright, that order paid $20.23. Took about 20 minutes. Not too bad. I'm going to stay on Grubhub. I'm going to go check my dash and see if I'm still... Alright, I got 8 minutes left. Let's resume the dash. I'll just pause it again real quick, just so we get back to our zone. All right, I'm gonna head back to my zone, my hot spot area, and I'll see you in a few. All right, I got this order for Rise biscuits, $6.50 for 1.9 miles. I'm gonna accept that. All right, I'm already at Rise. All right, pick up by 12:16. All right, I'm gonna go get that order. All right, got the customer's order here. All right, do not ring or knock my door. Leave it at the door. 6 minutes, 1.9 miles. I like that. All right, I'm at the customer's house. I'm gonna go find the address and drop off their food. All right, I'll be back. None of these addresses are marked right, so I don't know. All right, drop that order off. All right, they paid $6.50. DoorDash paid $3. Customer tip $3.50. All right, pretty good. We got our acceptance rate up to 9% now, so we're getting good. All right. See if maybe I can take one more order. All right, everybody. It's about 12:30. At my house. I'm gonna go upstairs, have some lunch, then I'm gonna go back out for like an hour or two, and maybe pick up a couple more Grubhub orders. So it says I was out for about 4 hours and 40 minutes, but which is not 100% true because I was multi-apping today. So I was going back and forth between Grubhub and DoorDash. So whenever I took a Grubhub order, I would pause my DoorDash. And then there were a couple times I got out of my zone, so I paused my dash to get back into my zone, so I wouldn't accept an order or reject it. That would bring me further out. So I did 5 orders of DoorDash. I made $31.50 for 4 hours and 40 minutes. I got my acceptance rate up to 9%, so that's good. On Grubhub, I did 2 orders for $26.69. So my total for the whole 4 hours today was $58.19 by multi-apping. And I did 7 deliveries in those 4 hours. So really I was pretty busy consistently through those times. I know each and every day is going to get better and better. Today I feel like my mind was a good day. I mean, it was probably only about a $15 hour rate, but I got orders under my belt. I did my first Grubhub order, which I'm very excited about. I did actually 2, and I'm going to go back out later. Going forward, to stay busy, I am going to continue to multi-app. I'm going to go out and open them both up. Whatever order I see good, I'll pause the other one, and vice versa. So I like the multi-app. It's keeping me busy. 4 hours, I mean, it says 4 hours and 40 minutes, you'll say up here, but it's really 4 hours. 4 hours for almost 60 bucks. Not too bad, I'll take it. I mean, it's like 15, 30, 45, 60, that's 15 bucks. It's gonna get better. Once my acceptance rate on DoorDash gets better and I get more Grubhub orders, I just know it'll get better. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna try to maybe go out the same time tomorrow, maybe a little longer, but at least the same amount of time. Want to try to make at least $60 or more. So that's that. I'm gonna go upstairs, have some lunch. Then the other video is going to be just a Grubhub video, which by the time this video comes out, that Grubhub video will already be out. So no surprise there. But I'm on Grubhub now. I'm on DoorDash. I'm working them both. Gig economy, side hustling, starting to go through, and I'm staying busy. That's the thing. I'm not sitting at hot spots. And so once my acceptance rates go up and I get better orders, then I'll be making more money. But I'm working on it. I went from 3% to 6%, now to 9%. I made my mistakes early. I'm working to rectify them now. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. And if you're still here, please, 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 if you can, just hit that like and subscribe for me, please. It really helps my channel. I appreciate it, guys.